Today I want to speak to you about career lines that are open to people with physical impairment. Impairment refers to a condition at birth which predisposes you not to be able to do things physically. So it creates some sort of disability, but that doesn't mean that you are unable. So disability or impairment is not inability, because ability is about cultivating skills to do something. So it's about learning an art. And now the kinds of impairments I'm referring here to are the impairment of hearing, the impairment of sight, the impairment of the lower limbs or the upper limbs. I'm not going to delve into mental impairment because communication itself requires a lot of mental activity. So I would deal with the physical impairments related to your lower limbs, your upper limbs, your sight, and your hearing. So let's delve straight into some of these opportunities. So the first of these opportunities is graphic design. Now, graphic design is open to people with all kinds of impairments, except perhaps for people with sight impairment and upper limb impairment, because you need to type. You need to use your computer to be able to design graphically. Now, we live in an information and network society where we are exposed to information that's as much as 34 gigabytes every day. Some people have quantified it as about 10,000 tabloid newspapers being thrown about each day. So we need to process these things fast. Now, skilled communicators come in handy because they'll help you to sieve the information. So they'll sieve the information so that you're able to move on. You're able to assimilate very fast, process, and move on with your other daily activities, because you're not just there to gather information. We go to workplaces to do things. We gather information, but we also do things. So you need to be able to process them fast. Now, skilled communicators are employed to be able to help organizations and businesses to process information fast. And graphic design is very handy in being able to process information fast, because you are able to do infographics. You are able to put too many words in maybe one piece of paper, maybe just an A4 format, so people can get what otherwise they would have had to use, say, 20 pages to tell a story. So to be a good designer, you need to master creative software such as Adobe Photoshop, Adobe InDesign, and Illustrator and CorelDRAW. But you can be on the go with some easy to use online platforms such as Canva and Usign. With these, you are able to do designs and make money. You can register on platforms such as 99 Designs and Fiverr. All you need to do is to put in some effort and some time to study the skills, and you'll be good to go. Now, the second career line in communication, which is open to people with all kinds of impairments, perhaps safe for those with visual and also upper limb impairment, is that of video production. That is short video production. I told you at the beginning that we live in a world of information overload. People need to be able to pick out information fast, process it fast, make decisions, and move ahead with their lives. So you don't have time to clutter people's inbox with so much information in written form. People want to be able to pick out fast in terms of video. And scientifically, it's proven that what you're able to watch, you will retain more than what you're able to read. You retain about 10% of what you read over time for average people, whereas you can retain about 85% of what you view for average people over time. So short videos are very handy. And you have videos such as doodle videos, where you see someone actually writing, or other kinds of cinematic videos, which are explainer videos. These are fairly easy to produce, even though they can take a bit of time. You only need a bit of time to be able to master the skill, and you can start selling your skill to make good money for yourself. Career line number 3 for people with all kinds of impairments, safe for those with visual impairments and upper limb impairments, is web design. Nowadays, organizations, individuals, and businesses need to communicate authoritatively, and they must be online. They must have their own website. So you have an opportunity to become a web designer and to offer your services to businesses, organizations, and individuals. There are content management systems out there that can help you to achieve this goal. You have a platform such as Drupal, you have a platform such as Joomla, and you have a platform such as WordPress. These are popular CMS systems which you can learn in no time and become a specialist. Communication career line number 4, voice acting and radio announcing. There are a lot of people out there who are impaired, some visually, some in terms of their lower limbs, some in terms of their upper limbs, and otherwise, and they are doing a fantastic job on radio. In Cameroon, where I come from, I can refer you to people such as Bea Leonard Bruce, who is a big-time impresario in Douala. I can refer you to the journalist Hilda B, who is physically impaired both in her lower limbs and her upper limbs, and she's a very successful radio journalist. I can refer you to Som Lingom, who is visually impaired, he's blind, and he's a wonderful journalist. All these people are making their lives big time, thanks to the ability to think and the ability to speak. So you can use your voice properly, and you can make money as an announcer on radio. You can make money as a voice actor, that is, you do voice over scripts for productions like this one, not necessarily facing the camera, and you can do lots of other things. You just need to take your time, go to Google and search how you can train your voice. First of all, you need to have the ability to read through scripts, but find out how you can train your voice and offer your services. You can go to voices.com, register on that platform, and in some time, you can start having gigs to be able to make money with. The 5th career line, open to people with all kinds of disabilities, except perhaps for those who cannot see very well and those who can't use their fingers, is that of online or print journalists. Online or print journalists. You are able to do a lot. You just need to have the mental faculty to be able to become a good journalist. I have referred you to my friends Som Lingom, Bea Leonard Bruce, and Hilda B. These are all people, though they are working for radio, can also do pretty well in terms of online or print journalism. So these are interrelated. Consider pursuing a career in some of these fields. Career opportunity number 6 in the world of communication for people with impairment is that of a telemarketer. Now, telemarketers are people who sell ideas, services, or goods to businesses and people for organizations. So you need to be able to operate the telephone very well, and you need to be able to memorize scripts. So nothing stops you if you cannot see to be able to become a telemarketer. Nothing stops you if you cannot move to be able to become a telemarketer. You simply need to be able to use the telephone very well. So you can take advantage of some online platforms such as frontlinetelemarketing.co.uk, indeed.com, or overpass.com to be able to get started with your career as a telemarketer. So the 7th career line in terms of communication for people with impairment is that of speech writing. You can become a speech writer, but the precondition for this is that you should be fairly well educated and you should be erudite. You should be able to immerse yourself in an organizational environment and read their script, understand your organization, understand their events, understand their subjects, understand even their clients. So you're able to do good scripts for them. Like I said again, it all boils down to your level of education and how cultivated you are. You can even become a strategic communicator like I am. There's nothing stopping you from. The bottom line in all of this is for you to be able to have the patience and the desire and the persistence to train yourself. When you train yourself, you practice, you fail, you practice, you fail, you will eventually get it, and you will get there. So good luck.